Perk?
I'm with both guys. I'm with David and Dave. I see them at the bottom part of the West, meaning 5 through 8. And here's why. While other teams were out there going and getting younger at the most important position in the NBA, the wing position, the Clippers got old. Like, you have to be able to slide those puppies on the perimeter and defend at a high level. I can't put all my chips in the middle of the table banking that CP3, James Harden, Bradley Beal, and uncertain Kawhi is going to get stops. Obviously, OKC is there. You have to respect them. They have set the bar. But when you look at a team like the Houston Rockets, they're loaded with what? Wings, athleticism, youth. It's the reason that Amen Thompson wasn't available when they were trying to get Kevin Durant. It's a reason why the Rockets held on to a guy like Tari Eason, who's another elite wing defender. Hell, they just picked up another wing yesterday off of waivers in a Kobe. So that's what you need to load up for. That's what the directions. No rebounds, no rings, but no wings, no rings when it comes down to defending.
The new one.
So you got to be able to defend at a high level.
Perk, you're a poet and didn't even know it, man. That's how this works today here, apparently, on this show. Well, in order for the Clippers to make noise out in the West, they will have to mesh together. And, fellas, there are a few things in this world that work together better than this. But today is National Peanut Butter and Chocolate Day. And I know peanut butter and jelly gets all the love for the best duo out there. But the pairing of peanut butter and chocolate, I think they give PB&J a little run, okay? That's just me. But let's take a look at this little metaphor here. We know that SGA and J-Dub deserve the top spot and the respect as the best duo as the reigning champs. But what duo is kind of nipping at their heels here, a la peanut butter and chocolate, Perk?
You know what? I'm gonna go to the East, and I'm gonna go with some other young dogs. I'm gonna go with Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. I feel like this is going to be their year. I know last year, right, things didn't end how they wanted it to end, but I think those two guys are going to help lead the Cavs to where they're trying to go this season, and they learn from having a disappointing season last year in the postseason. I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell, still one of the most elite perimeter players in the game. We saw the strides that Evan Mobley took last year, winning Defensive Player of the Year, making his first-time All-Star appearance. He's going to continue to grow under Kenny Atkinson. I'm looking at those two to be on SGA and J-Dub heels and duplicate somewhat just from a small and big standpoint what they done, what SGA and J-Dub done this year and helping OKC capture their first championship.
That's a pretty good one, Perk. David Dennis Jr., what do you got?
Well, first of all, when we're talking about the Clippers, we were talking about them being in the 5 or 8. I think peanut butter and chocolate should be more close to 5 to 8 than number 2 right behind peanut butter and jelly. First of all, you ain't salted caramel, you ain't caramel apple, you ain't popcorn.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Too much on,
That's a classic candy.
Too much on peanut butter and chocolate right now. That's my first objection with the whole thing. Second of all, I don't even, back to what Perk was saying, I don't think that he was talking about the best duo in the East. I think the best duo in the East and the second best in the league is actually Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns for what they've done. We saw last season, offensively, they were unstoppable for large portions in that season, especially when they got that pick and roll going. They didn't utilize it enough. Now you bring Mike Brown into that organization, a guy who is going to move the ball around, who's going to go a little bit more of the pick and roll, a little bit more of those handoffs. We already saw at their height, those guys had those 5 20-point games each in one series. We ain't seen that since Shaq and Kobe. I think they're going to level up offensively this year and be the second best duo in the league and the best duo in the Eastern Conference.
I'll talk about a duo we haven't seen yet. Houston Rockets with Alperen Şengün and Kevin Durant. Maybe Jokic and one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. Big boy Jokic, he benefits by having that spacer, that gunner in Jamal Murray. Well, how about Jamal Murray, who's 6'11", and Kevin Durant, and with something to prove after the debacle that was Phoenix. I think they're tough as heck, and you add up their averages last year, you're talking about 45 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. They can get it done in a variety of ways offensively. One guy can be the screener, the other can be the guy with the ball, or vice versa. And I want to see what the Ime Udoka does with those two.
Listen, I'm going to go with a little bit of an older mix here. Luka Doncic, not old, right? LeBron James, all right? LeBron James, what we saw last year from Christmas on regarding his defense, night in, night out. He was the best defender with the Lakers. And then I think, I'm with you, Perk, I think this is a Luka MVP type year. So I'm going to go to revisit one fan's unforgettable reaction to blowing in LeBron James's ear. Let's take a listen.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I regret it.
You regret it?
Because, I was at a club, right?
Okay.
So I came in the club late. I ain't want to get no section or nothing. I ain't wasting no money. So I go to the bar. I'm standing in the bar. Some drunk dude coming. I was like, yo, what the, yo. I'm like, yo, you crazy, bro?
Hey, yo.
That's how LeBron felt. How you like that?
Yo, Perk, I'm not mad at the fan there. How about you? How do you feel about it?
I'm not mad either. This is, look, when we think of Lance Stephenson, we think of him as being the instigator. This is one of the most, legendary moments in playoff history right there. They were at war. Now, I wouldn't have done it, but damn it, that's just who Lance is.
Yeah, I remember that moment perfectly, man. That was one of the, to your point, Perk. When that happened, I remember everybody just laughing out. Even LeBron couldn't help but laugh on that one. All right, next up, Tyrese Halliburton joined the Pat McAfee show and shared what he was thinking going into playing Game 7 of the NBA Finals despite his injuries leading into it.
I meet with the whole front office, our whole organization, a lot of doctors who are much smarter than me, who tell me that I have a calf strain, I got some more swelling in the area, and if it was the regular season, that I would have to sit a couple weeks. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, as long as you guys don't tell me you guys absolutely you can't play, we're going to keep you in your house. I'm going to play. It's the NBA Finals. What are we talking about? So I go to Game 7. I feel nothing. I feel great going into the game. I think that's why I had such a great start to the game. My body felt great, and then obviously, that happens. There's like a notion when guys get injured or when this has happened so many times that everybody thinks that they have the answer as to why this is happening. Everybody thinks we play too many games, play too many minutes. All those things could be true, but I don't think that is what is causing these injuries.
So, David, what's your reaction to Hallie's approach to playing in Game 7?
Yeah, I mean, most people would do that. 10 times out of 10, you ask anybody, you have a chance to win a championship. Nobody says that, this is impending injury guarantee that you're going to tear this thing. Even if you do, a lot of guys will go out there and try to play that game. It's still one of the most heartbreaking injuries I can think of watching live. And Halliburton, shout out to him, was handling it like a champion. It's going to come back better than ever, I think.
Yeah, the whole building was in shock. It felt like in both teams after it happened, at least initially. All right, finally, let's take a listen to Nikola Jokic's reaction to Trailblazers' young Hansa, his request for an autograph from the Joker.
Nikola Jokic is my idol, so if you meet him in the regular season World Pass, you will ask him. Picture and signature, please.
He's good. I think I'm happy when he gets in the prime that I'm going to be out of the league probably in 2 actually.
Interesting. All right, DDJ, how many years do you think we'll see the Lightning strike in Denver?
Well, first of all, Young better watch what he asked for. I bet Perk asked him for autographs. The man charged me $50, so you got to watch out when you ask for autographs out there. You never know what's going to happen. But, I think Jokic's going to be there for a while. I mean, Jokic is still in the prime. He's got championships to win. We don't have to worry about Jokic going anywhere for a while because this dude is not slowing down.
I would give Jokic probably another 4, max 5 years. Jokic seemed like a guy that, hey, he's going to try to compete. He's going to get another contract. And after that, he's going to go back to his hometown and go back to dealing with his horses. That seemed like that would bring him, that's what would bring him the most joy. But again, we appreciate Jokic while he's here. One of the greatest centers to ever play the game of basketball. Most skilled center to ever touch the damn basketball.
I mean, he's having fun this summer as you see Perk at the pool, playing some soccer with his brothers. His brother, by the way, was at Summer League through the end, through the championship game, watching some hoop. So, but I'm with you, Perk. I think it's going to be one more contract, 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, and then he can buy all the horses he wants in Serbia, to be honest with you. He'll be able to own all the horses if he wants. All right, coming up.
To this New York York Liberty team, because for the first half of their game against the Indiana Fever, we thought, okay, maybe they're getting their sea legs under them a little bit. And then in the second half here, Coach, they really started to look like the championship team we all have come to expect. Do you are looking for them at this point to be the repeat champion? Is that what you're seeing?
I think they have everything that they need. Look, the New York Liberty, they've got length. They can dominate in the paint. They did so tonight with 42 points. They also have length that can shoot the basketball. They were 50% from the three-point line, and they've got closers, whether that be a JJ with a big bucket, a Leona Phoebish, and they've got Sabrina Ionescu. And so when you've got that total experience to go along with the length that they have, I think that makes New York very dangerous.
And the rich get richer. There's a new kid on the block, Emma Miesemann. How is this fair, y'all? She's a two-time All-Star. She is a Finals MVP, and now they can unlock a potential death lineup. I want you guys to look at this starting lineup, because this right here is the reigning champs. You can add Emma Miesemann into this lineup, and now in for Leonie Phoebish. And take a look at this. Now at the power forward position, you could play Stewie at the 3, JJ at the center, and then you have Miesemann, whose resume is elite. 2019 WNBA Finals MVP, 3-time EuroLeague MVP, and she averaged the most points in the 2024 Olympics at over 23 a game. But her name is Emma Miesemann, and the M stands for mid-range monster for plays like this. If you're unfamiliar with her game, you're going to learn real quick. She's excellent posting up, and again, she's patient. She's a coach's dream because she does not waste dribbles, a.k.a. she does not use dribbles. You see the little cute little dream shake or Candace Parker shake, as well as knocks down the mid-range shot. But then again, if you leave her alone, you're trying to find help, you're going to Candace Parker. Instead, you leave Miesemann open. She will make you pay. She dials it up from 3. And then again, she's a very versatile player. Her last season with Chicago, 12, 6, and 4 assists. She's able to see the cutter. Extremely versatile. She is an engine for Belgium nationally, but now coming back to the W, the rich once again get richer. Life is not fair. It is not fair for the rest of the 12 WNBA teams.
But the other thing that I like about Emma's game is she's that blue-collar worker. She will go get you a rebound when you need it. You saw her when she was in the league, diving on the floor after loose basketballs or finding herself in the right place for that putback. And I think rebounding is a key area that New York's going to have to be very good with in order to go after repeating as champion.
But Alexa Philippou reported on NBA Today this week that maybe it could still take a couple of weeks here for the visa process to go through. But we were chatting before recording this here, Coach, and you said that with or without Miesemann, you're still looking at the New York Liberty.
I think that when JJ gets her legs back under, I think that that's key. I think a key part for New York is rim protection or paint protection. And I think that's what you get from having JJ, and especially when she's playing bully JJ, I think that New York is hard to deal with.
It's unfair.